6:27, 3 minutes before market time, Pacific time. Welcome. So, futures are up, just kind of hanging there, 0.5%, 0.3%, and yeah, they're just hanging there. So at overnight, it just seems like they made it, but they should have gone a little higher, given that the European session didn't get a chance to celebrate, our rally on Friday. So it was a little odd. So if we look at the SPY, we're about to hit resistance at the 20 here. So it looks like we're opening at 391.05, and this is at 393. So we'll see gap fill at 395. So those areas. Same thing for the QQQ. That hit, but we're opening at 296, which is not even that much higher. Maybe it'll go for the 50. We'll see. And then the DJ, the Dow. The Dow Jones. The DJX. Similar, about to hit the 20 simple moving average for the dailies. Alright. So we'll give it 20 seconds before we get started. $20 seconds. Alright, there we go. So that's the Dow. You see how it gapped up a little tiny bit. So that's the jump that we expected. So we expect to pull back to the area here. That'll be healthy. 384 pullback. 384. It'll still be within the range of this bar, but we'll see what it does. It's definitely running out of steam for the hourly chart. Definitely does not have, as you can see here, running out of steam, but not quite out. So we have all this space here, and we can go higher because we're only at a 76, and we can go up to 100 plus. It's just that I'm not sure everybody's excited to buy right now. I'm not sure that that's the case, but we do have some time. We have a whole day of hanging out and then some before something has to happen. All right, let's take a look at some stocks. Something that was really hot today was the red box. RDBX was up 12% or so. Oh, now it's down. Oh, too bad. See how now it's on the other side of this line just by default, and it wants to reach up to the $10 level. It's trying to figure out. It's stuck below the 20 simple moving average, right? So that's where it's stuck right now. So it's got to break out of that and touch that $10 level. Hopefully break above it and close above it today. But if not, then just as we've said since the beginning, it needs to come back and touch the bottom of the channel and then start moving up. All right. So RDBX. Let's check out some other charts. We have Revlon. So Revlon, continuation from last week, has opened up 2.5%, but is struggling to hold. Has definitely, hung out in this area, but it's pretty much needs to stay above this yellow line today so that we can know where you're at, right? You can't stay above, below, above. You got to give us some clear signals as to where you're at. If you close below this yellow line today, very likely that tomorrow you'll go and hit the $6.40, $6.45 bounce down here. Just support. Natural support. Natural supports. All right, Revlon. Let's find some more stuff. AMC is pretty active this morning. So AMC, I mean, it's still stuck in that channel. It's a pretty nice bullish pattern. Pretty nice here, but it's still stuck in that channel. Nothing really here. I don't know why they would be excited. MULN. MULN. Gapped up, it's now fading down. Yeah, MULN just has had a nice pattern and has had RSI breakout on the hourly, but not on that daily. The daily's still pretty weak. Looks like it's gonna break down. Looks like it wants to break down. There's really no momentum. It's pretty flat. So nothing there. Alright, let's look up some stocks ourselves. So looking at the NASDAQ 100, what needs buyers? So this needs some buyers here. Need some buyers on the hourly, right? So get some buyers. Vertex needs some buyers. And Lucid needs some buyers. Those are pretty much three that you can tell if you look at the daily pattern, right? They're similar. So they pretty much gapped up, holding. Gapped up and holding, but they don't really have much, right? So it's breaking down here. Lacking buyers. Need some buyers, but it's like lacking buyers. So this one's really gonna break down at some point. Okay, so yeah, Monster lacking buyers. AstraZeneca is probably going to get bought up soon. Oh, it's already starting to get bought up. It's kind of weird. Everything's in this space here where on Friday we had a nice little rally and we're holding now. Who can hold? Everything's down something. Well, most is down something. We're talking about the NASDAQ right now. OKTA is the one that hit the 50 and seems to be getting some resistance there. So that one could be losing its steam. Yeah, everything needs to pull back to that exponential moving average of the 5 needs to pull back to that stuff. Everything's pretty much doing something like that. We did say the QQQ was a bit stronger and had even closed above, but even that one wants to hang out there today and try to hold that 20 SMA. Yeah, all of the futures have gone red. So that's that pullback that's expected today. It's not a bloody pullback or anything like that. The Russell, as you can see, the RTY, that one's hanging out, still strong. Still strong. JD's one of the strongest, obviously gapped up. So that's hitting resistance. Just like it did here. It's doing it here. Yeah, it's pretty high jump. So since the market's pulling back, this is the strongest, so it's up 5%. Since the market's pulling back, it's having a hard time, but it's definitely gonna try to hold. If anybody has a chance to hold, it's gonna be this one. But slowly but surely, they are falling, going red for that pullback. The furthest pullback is the 3.5%, which is just all the way back to its EMA, right? So that's the biggest loss in the NASDAQ 100 at this time, and it's only back to its EMA. So we're not having a horrible, even this one, it's not a horrible move yet. Maybe that's the low for today. I doubt it because it doesn't look like it. Yeah, AstraZeneca is still the one that needs some buyers. So you can see the buying on that one. It was AstraZeneca and Monster. So Monster needed some buying. That one got bought up. And Vertex was the other one that this one needs some buying. So you can probably see this get bought up in a couple of minutes. Try to take it back above the exponential moving average of the 5. We'll come back to it. Airbnb also expected to get some buying from this level. Hitting that $100 level. Retesting the $100 level. Which is really the EMA. Right? It crossed below it a bit, but on a smaller time frame you can see the support is there. So yeah, it can break down, lose its momentum, get strong momentum to the downside in this space here. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Sorry, not the NASDAQ, the SPY. S&P 500. S&P 100. Sorry, 100. So as you can see, before I change it, Airbnb's getting that bounce off the 100. We'll come back to it. Similar pattern on Delta. Delta in deep need of buyers on this hourly chart, but the sellers, they have there's really not a lot yet to say they're gonna run out now. Right. If anything was to happen, Boeing's got quite a bit of sellers and actually got buyers in it too, but yeah, the Nasdaq's pulled back the most, 0.75%. So that one has kind of flushed down, which we kind of expect the pullback to 89. That's healthy. And then bounce from that to 89, hopefully. PSLY. Too new. Red box. So red box was not able to break that, but it's just hanging out at support, which is that yellow line. It's just hanging out there, really. It may look like it's not, but it is. So that, and then it wants to go and maybe tag this 200 moving average before it makes a break for it. But it will make a break for it, though. That's for sure. Because it will break out of here and let's go. So red box. Revlon still hanging out. Still just kicking it. Okay, let's check things out. So overbought stocks, we have Rite Aid. It's pretty overbought now. Right, so just hanging out there. It's got to pull back in order to remain healthy. Yeah, it's got to pull back in. We have Lee from last week, LI. So we tracked that a little bit. It's got pulling back in, but still above the moving averages. Can probably use this a little bit for a couple of days, hang out here, areas that it's already proven, and then probably take a slip back down to the channel. But it's definitely hanging out on top of that channel. Futu was one we tracked as well. Same behavior. We knew it would hang out here in this area between the 200 moving average and then the top of the channel, and it did hung out there. It's trying to live up here, but you gotta really come down and get closer to this exponential. Also, it never came down to tag the 200 moving average. Probably fear of slipping on it and just going back down, but never went to do that. Amicus Therapeutics hit our, what is that, just our resistance line, probably from some other day or something. Resistance, and now it's just pulling back in. That was a really strong one. 7 to 11. Wow. Day one, biopharmaceuticals. Dawn. Dang, okay. See what we got. So that's kind of where we see Dawn going to. Should, if it can, try to head to that $18, $19 level. So that's what it wants to try to do. $19. So maybe when the market comes back up, because it's actually way overbought. So let's get that real quick. Hold on. Done. Let's do it. All right, so those were our overbots. Did we look at Xpeng? Xpeng is overbought. Is down 1.9, but on the daily it is overbought here. Super exaggerated. Wants to go and still tag that 200, but I don't know. Those are a lot of gaps, and you're starting to run out of estimo. Nah, actually, this is cool. It's actually fine. It's got some weird. It's pretty much this one, because this other one is the long term. You could tell how low it is. It's super long term. So this would be the next breakdown that you can have. And I usually don't stick with the latest closest one. I give you the longest one, but that's a super long term one, so we won't do it. You can tell this is gonna be tested here, right? You haven't done that since, and you're gonna have to test yourself here. 34.85. That's exactly what happened here, right? So you got below it. You better prove that you can actually break back above it. All right, let's look at some oversolds. So the Qs look like they hit a low. They're kind of coming up a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Tesla. Look at the big boys. So Tesla's still trying to head to that 50 moving average. Yeah, I mean, we've been watching it for a couple days, so let me get out of the way now. Try to let it do its thing. It's about to get overbought, which you'll see a little energy pocket come through here. Yeah, so you'll have, in terms of momentum, it's got some momentum, right? Broke out of momentum, but it also has, on the long term, has the ability to break down the momentum. So right now it's got momentum though to the upside, with possibility of a RSI breakout. But on the daily, we're trying to hold. All right, let's check out Apple. 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 Yeah, Apple's being tested today. You can tell. It's totally, the high it can hit is 143.67, but it's definitely pretty far away from a TMA. Had already done that Friday. So its new job is to hold this 20 simple moving average. That's your new job. Because if you can hold that, then you can go sideways and at some point try to move up again. But you don't want to close below that, right? You don't want to do this. You want to hold it. Second you close, that's when we start having trouble. All right, Apple, Netflix, NFLX. That one already hit its. What is that? No, it didn't do nothing. I thought it hit its 50. Nope. Netflix has just got to hold this yellow line, and that will move us in the future to this through this channel, right? Through this channel, yellow line channel, not this one right here. I don't know what that is. So this channel here is our what we could hope for on Netflix. Okay, Netflix, Apple, Tesla, Meta. Meta coming in, bounced off of the EMA. Meta's got a good chance of moving higher. The reason I say that is because of the way it closed on Friday above the EMA, so it could build pattern to shoot higher. Build pattern like Netflix, right? So Netflix just has a different simple moving average resistance. It's really close, right above it. While this one is better because it has room to actually build a pattern without getting knocked down. Without getting knocked down like right away. Netflix, if it wanted to build a pattern, it'd probably get knocked down in like 2 days. Or not knocked down, but it would face some resistance in 2 days as the moving average gets closer to the candle. Alright. Take a look at some heat maps. Net E's up 3.13%. Yeah, so that one's cool. It hopped over the moving averages, hopped over 1, hopped over 2, hopped over 3, right? So that's pretty cool. Hopped over all 3 of them. So that's showing some strength. It doesn't want to have to fight them, doesn't want to have to cross over them, so it just said, all right, well, let me get through them this way. All right. Yeah, that one's really good because it's showing a really good sign of strength. Just has to hold that, and I mean, you can try to break out from there. You can tell it's trying. So NTS. We had 2 of them on our blog. We had Kano. How's Kano doing? Dang, down 5%. Holding the moving average. And then we had Kano and BitF, Bit Farms, also down near 5%, holding the exponential moving average. So they're trying. There's the breakout line. Same here. Breakout line. You know, so they're close. It's just not today. That's all. Not today. Alright. Let's check some more stuff. Okay. Let's check out Revlon, see how it's doing. The Rev. Holding. Alright, holding. Let's check out Smile Direct Club. What is that down to? $1.08 again. Okay, $1.08. So that one's day of answering is coming. Got about 2 to 3 more candles before it has to say something to us. All right. Agile Therapeutics. It's already up. Zimmergen. So this one's tried to break. Has failed again. It's actually very, very bullish pattern though. And it's it's gonna have to give an answer soon. The answer right now looks like it's failing, but we'll have to wait for the end of the day to see if it closed below. Agile Therapeutics, that's the one we looked at, yeah. Hood, let's check out Hood. That one was one that was beaten up. So that one's up 2.5%. Trying to hold on. URG. URG pretty bullish. Pretty bullish today. Looks like it might want to head to that. What is that? $1.29. So not that much. Yeah, not that much. Just wants to close some gaps. Hut 8 Mining Corporation. That one is it's an odd one. It's been trying to break those moving averages. Decent increase in volume towards this lower end. Yeah, you're about to have some kind of a breakout or breakdown on this one. Let me see what it could be. Yeah, it can go either way. It has to hold, right, the EMA 5. If it holds that, then it can try to break out. I like this as well. This is a pretty good sign. Yeah, it's a pretty good sign. Oh, it still has time as well. Well, we'll see. But that's a good candidate to watch and see what it does. Yeah, so those were all the cheap ones. Cheap prices. Denison Mines. Yeah, this might be a little better than The one we just looked at. Yeah. We have oil cycling at 7 a.m. So let's check it out. Oil doing its thing at 7 a.m. Yeah, the Dow futures, we had them at 1 a.m. So let's see what they did. That's it. Yeah, 1 a.m. So just letting you know there's bearish pressure for the session. And then the ES was at 12 a.m. So this here, yeah, did not get inverted until the last candle, the last half hour. And now we're no longer going with the bullish pressure that the cycle had indicated. Let's check out Amazonia. So yeah, Amazon was able to close above our level. But again, coming back into the EMA5, try to create a pattern to blast off. Not to the moon, but just to the next level. One second. Okay. All right, so Nike reporting some earnings. Down 2.3%, but still, like we said, just going back to the MA5. Nothing weird. Let's see, Nike. Nike can catch some momentum. It's got a weird little momentum thing here. So Nike, and then the other one is TCOM, Trip.com. So that one gapped up, coming back in, but can totally hit up the other levels here, especially this level, the 25.81. Let's Fibonacci it. Let's Fibonacci it. 26.61. No. $26.25.89. I would say 26.09. 38.2. Okay, so let's do something else here. Let's do no. Okay. No, still just 26.09. Hope maybe that's its earnings high. Around there somewhere. Interestingly, it has a couple of things that we can learn from here. So see how it's dropped, right? And in order to really straighten itself out, this one has battled the moving averages a lot. You could see how it battles them and tries to straighten them out. So it's gotten them to curve up, both of them. Now it's just got to climb up above the 200. So that's the really good thing about this chart. Then, like, I think I just said this, but the going off of the back of Caribbean Cruise Lines, their earnings were better than expected, so they have begun their race to possibly try to get up to these levels up here, $13, $14 possible. This one's pretty good. RLX. This is what I'm talking about, where they get through those moving averages and now is ready to try to attack. RLX. Okay. So there we go. We can break down, but it's been very successful in maintaining those moving averages, crossing them over, creating somewhat of a bullish pattern here, maintaining the, well, it did have one close here, but maintaining the EMA 5, ready to try to get on up there. So that's RLX. Everybody's doing the same thing today. Just trying to hold. Hertz Global. JetBlue. Hertz Global. Hertz Global. USO. The USO taking off, right? Because we did say that oil was having its cycle. Right, so you look at oil at 7 a.m. Boom. Even though it is looks like it's kind of trapped under its averages, but it wants to break that. Wants to break that. Yeah, it still has a lot of time left, so no need to stare at it. Royal Caribbean pulling back right into the EMAs at this time. Right, let's look at these. So that's a good one to pick up. 1 second. All right, let's check stuff out. So that's one of the few stocks that's today is letting you know it might be the end of that down move. So if we were to look at the weekly charts, yeah, these lows here, so 510 would be a good place to scalp trade this origin. Doesn't really move that much unless you just want it like 15% when it comes down here to try to get it snap back to at least 530, 540. Yeah, 530, 540. That one LFG as well on the weekly charts might be due to come up to that level, 1780. So it's like $1.20 around there. Just has had a big drop like this, then they start to do something else. Wheat, same, has been beat up a little bit, and it's gonna come into this window. So it's on watch. And then UNG, same. Super oversold. Last week we had WTI. That was one that was super oversold. Right, so today is up 7%. See how it's just big drops. Then we find them down here. And we're like, okay, it didn't do nothing today. That's fine. Next day, 7%. Right? And it's just the start of the snapback. Just you can't do this to a chart. Slam it right into the 200 and not expect a nice bounce to the 50 or something like that. Can't do that, eh? It's gonna do it. It's gonna snap back. Snap back like Rev. Rev's boring today. Rev is a boring. Okay. Let's look for more stuff. SDS, which is really short S&P 500, it's getting bought up. I think it can go all the way to the 50, just to exaggerate and then bounce. Two times VIX. We're going to pass on 2 times VIX. We don't mess with 2 times VIX. Another commodity tracker. So If you were looking to see who's made a lot of money this year, commodities. This is a commodity ETF. So this one here probably, they could resume back to 30, back to, I don't think this was the top. That's for sure. Let's look at the weekly. See, it's just a bounce. Just a bounce. See here, we never really got below it. We almost got below it, but we didn't. Then we didn't. And then we got one. Yeah, it's definitely not the end. Commodity. So that one is the Commodity Index Tracking Unit ETF. A lot of commodities are on the snapback scan, which are called pockets. The pockets. Let's see who's on the pockets for bearish stuff. So it's supposedly all bullish pockets. Let's see who's bearish. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, it's too many. Amgen knows. So Amgen, yeah, it's above its averages, but very out of steam. BJ's out of steam for now, but above moving averages. Anthem out of steam. Quickly out of steam. Let's check out Ford. Ford had the pattern set up, but seems like it didn't follow through. However, it is holding. Let's see. Dawn. Let's bump these numbers up. Too many results. Too many results. Okay. So Pfizer has a lot of buyers, need some selling, pull back in. Southern company, not as many as Pfizer, but also looks like it's ready for its next leg down, right? I'm pretty sure that's not the only leg down this is gonna have. So this is ready for its next leg down. Scary. Kraft Heinz might be ready for its next leg down. Especially craft. That one is looking ugly. Especially that one. Snap. Let's see. Snap. Snap's doing okay. It's doing bad, but captured its 20. TMA 5. But we'll see. DraftKings. Same captured, recaptured moving averages. That one's doing good. That one's doing pretty good. Just had to exit some positions. Okay, so Dow has recaptured the green. So let's look at the SPY, see how it's doing. SPY, yeah. So SPY, trying to reverse itself, but it's not. I think it might still head on down. Head on down. But everything looks like it caught a reversal. We know oil was blasting. So oil about to hit that 200. About to hit this level. And then that also the same level. 109.91, 109.66. So a pierce of the hourly 200 simple moving average. Candle has 10 minutes left. Yeah, this one, if you see this, did complete Head and Shoulders, NIO. NIO. NIO, head and shoulder pattern complete. Completed yesterday. So that one might need to retreat a bit. Yeah. Right now we got ABVA. A little too extended here, so pulling back tomorrow is very, very likely. Very, very likely. I wonder how much those options are. Oh, there's not a lot of options for them. Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled the wrong window. So if we were to look at options for this stock here, ABA, sorry, ABA. If we were to look for August, would we? It's very bullish, but let's just look. I'm gonna say July. So July 155s, how much are those? July 155 puts. $380. So these July puts on the daily can go from $4 to $6. Like just that right there. We're gonna keep these on the radar. Okay, so it was ABEV 155 puts for July at $4 flat. $4 flat. We're taking a screenshot. Okay, so that's done. It's really good puts to get. They have really nice upside. All right. Okay. I don't know where my options went. All right, yeah, so ABA. Apple's getting a little tired. Apple itself has A lot of buyers. I mean, it needs a little bit more selling on the daily chart. So let's get to the daily. Forget this weekly. Yeah, so we hit resistance at the channel top. Probably needs to pull back some there. Let's look at Apple options. Okay, so Apple options for next month. We're just trying to hot potato this stuff, and we out. So Apple at 142. Let's do Apple at 140. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, this can go to that $7 level. So let's take this 145 or 142. Which one should we do? Let's see. $140. Yeah, 142 doesn't really have that much history. So I'm a little afraid of it. How about 140? Oh, that's the one we had, right? 140, 142, 145. Those were $5, $5.12. Yeah, see the 145s are $5.12 and the 140s $2.97. Then the 142s are $5.12. No, sorry. $3.86. Alright, we'll go with the 140s. Alright, 140s at $2.98. So let's take a screenshot of that. Alright. Everything but the NASDAQ is up a bit. NASDAQ struggling a tiny bit, but everything else seems to have reversed. Nope, not reversed. Let's check our buddies. Tesla trying to hold. Redbox trying to hold. GameStop. Revlon holding. Smile Direct Club holding. Express. Let's look at Express. 224. That one looks good. Express. Meta doing well. Zillow. Peloton. Peloton. Dang, Peloton. He's in trouble. Peloton. Just starting to gain some momentum. Let's take a look at some longer term plays, some monthlies or weeklies. Let's try some weeklies first. See what's good. Okay. So we have NIO. Yeah, we looked at this one. Needs to come in some. Well built. Well built has a lot of buyers in it. Miniso group. Very stretched. Already coming in. The Swiss franc yen. Rocking in, rolling. Rocking. Needs to relax already. Has some time. It has time. Okay. Xpave hit the 200. Didn't even hit it, so might hit it today. Alright, well, I think that's all for this morning. Everything's pretty dull. We're just trying to hold. That's all we're trying to do. So I'm gonna log off and probably just review some stocks, put out some videos on some single symbols. Thanks for